This year, around 38,000 people came through Hamvention, a gathering of people from all around the country that are ham radio operators or spouses of ham radio people or want to get into ham radio. And so the trip turned into more than just a ham radio convention, though. We turned it into a road trip. So Colorado to Ohio with drone stops, city footage, a Spexy mission, cheap gas hunting, and a stop at one of the best aviation museums in the country, period. It was amazing. And I've been to both the one at Dulles International, the Smithsonian, and the Rocky Mountain Air Museum in Denver. Bar none, this one's the top. It's amazing. So we broke the drive up into two parts, and we stopped in Missouri. And the next morning, I knocked out a Spexy mission before heading the rest of the way to Ohio. It was one of those stops that made the trip feel productive instead of just long. The cheapest gas I found the whole trip was $3.60 or 30, I don't know, somewhere around there a gallon. Also, Love's gives you another 10 cents off per gallon if you join their free program with your phone number. That adds up a lot when you're crossing half the country. Topeka gave us one of the better visual stops. The Welcome Arch, the road toward the Capitol building itself, and enough skyline to make the drone footage feel like a planned stop instead of just a break from driving. We actually spent the night there too, and on the way back. We also passed through Hays, Kansas, which only matters because Hays is my last name. Indianapolis was another quick stop. Mostly I wanted downtown footage and little city texture before the Ohio part of the trip took over. Hamvention itself, it's not too hard to explain if you've not been there. It's part trade show, part flea market, part technical conference. And if you are in ham radio and do HF or Summits on the Air or Parks on the Air or any of the different events that they have going on, you will generally meet up with some of the people that you've talked to on the radio and made friends with. There are vendor tables everywhere, radios, antennas, test equipment, parts, cables, tools, old gear, new gear, plenty of stuff you did not know you needed until you saw it on a table. I didn't buy anything, though. I also sat in on the Summits on the Air class where some of the more active SOTA activators talked about planning, operating, and making contacts from mountain summits. That is probably my favorite thing of ham radio, and it gives you places to go up in the mountains that generally no one else is going to unless it's a popular summit like the 14ers here in Colorado. But there's a lot of summits. This Hamvention is as much about the people as it is about the tech and the radios and antennas and all that stuff. It covers enough ground, I think like 150 acres. I ended up getting a scooter the first day. That really helped. There's no way I could have seen everything without that. And then I was riding and I saw this boat. It was sitting on a small concrete pad in the middle of a flea market aisle, and I still don't know what the story is. I talked to one of my buddies who's gone there forever and he's never heard of it. So if anyone watching this here can explain it in the comment, because I have questions. We got a VRBO, vacation rental apartment. While I was there in the shower, I got a message from Gankel saying that he ripped his UFL connector off a matrix board, needed help figuring out how to solder it back on. So, naturally I ended up giving electronics repair advice from the shower, and that might be the most ham radio thing that happened the whole trip.
These motors are like so overkill for helping out with the range test and battery life and all that, but this is probably my favorite whoop. So to do a little range, and this is one analog antenna, by the way. Okay, let's turn around now because I'm scared I won't be able to make it back. Yeah. Oh, God. Well, at least I know the UFL connection that I had to solder on works. And that's more than I thought. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. So that makes me happy.
Not a bad use of a few days on the road in between my doctor's appointments and all the fun stuff that I get to do every week. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe this will introduce you to something that you didn't know was out there.